Hey guys, Blonde Ass and or Toxic here, and today I am bringing you guys another, and I haven't done this in a while, I'm bringing you guys another Monster Spotlight video. And, so I know, I've already done my Wood Arthur, obviously, because obviously Wood Arthur is pretty sick, and I've done Water Shelly because it's a very useful monster. But today, what I'm gonna be bringing for you guys is, a very well-known monster, and I am kind of not hovering over it, but I want to just like introduce it first. So we're going to do a very well-known monster that a lot of you probably either have and use a lot or don't have and want a lot. And that is going to be Dark Seastar. So pretty much Dark Seastar is a defense aggressor on both her 5 and her 3-star skill, and she's a dark monster obviously, so she has that 100% crit damage, so going crit rate on her is very good. I personally gem mine with defense crit rate on intuition, although ruin would be also nice, except I don't really have that many great ruin sets. But yeah, she's a great monster for PvP. She has a nice crit rate lead for story mode farming, which is like, for example, I use her as a crit rate lead for my Dark Mona to get her crits off more. Fire Succubus, all those crit rate monsters that need like crits to kind of like do all the damage in story mode. Great lead for that. She's not that great in Titans because obviously, like, I mean, she's okay in Titans. She's just not that special since she doesn't have any debuffs or buffs, and she's not like a damage dealer really as much. But regardless of that, she's still a great monster, especially for PvP. She's more of a mid-tier PvP monster rather than high-tier PvP, but she still definitely works. And I'm just going to show her off in total of how I'd use her. So I'm going to start off with going into the... I'm just going to go show you guys my farming team. So let's just go here. So right now you see I have, in this mode, I have my Dark Seastar, my Dark Mona, my Fire Vampire, which will change to my Fire Valkyrie eventually, and I just use my level up monster, so we're going to see how this goes. So the Dark Seastar lead is because my Mona does not have 100% crit, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll show you guys how it goes. It goes like decently quick on extreme, like everything gets one-shotted pretty much because everything crits. My Vampire is also on the same set as my Mona, which I think is ruin, like attack, HP. But the crit rate lead, it's mostly, the Mona, or the Seastar again, is mostly there for the crit rate lead to make sure I can crit more consistently rather than like critting only like half or 3/4 of the time, you know what I mean? Because that's really significant. So right here, it's just a little bit unlucky that that thing didn't die, or else I would have been a lot faster of a run since my Mona wouldn't have used the AoE. But it's still going to be a decently fast run. It's going to take 2 turns on this rather than 1, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I am hoping to get Siphon set soon, which will be pretty sick. Oh my gosh, it's going to take 3 turns because they all focus. Okay, well, this is a pretty bad run, okay? I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but yeah. So Seastar mainly in story mode is probably mostly used for its lead. I can't imagine it being used for speed runs as much, just because obviously it doesn't really bring that much to the table, like SP gaining wise, unlike a Dark Mona and stuff. But yeah, still like an okay run, like a minute. That's not horrible. It usually runs around like 50 seconds though, which is better. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys a quick thing about my light team and stuff. So we're gonna show you guys how we use it in Starstone dungeons. I guess we'll go into the light dungeon. Although honestly, Dark Seastar is great for breaking into golems because it's tanky and it does damage. So it's great for breaking into golems, but it's not that great for speed runs. So if I can I'll show you guys like I can show you guys like a B10 team with Dark Seastar, I guess. Obviously, it's not as great for B10, but we can show you guys, like, not a Dark Seastar lead, probably. We probably want a defense lead. Let's go ahead and use, I don't know. What do we want to use? What is it? Let's just use Water Loki, I guess. Maybe, like, a Water Shelly. I'm honestly just, like, I did not think about this beforehand, but maybe something like that. Or, no. Something like, I know. Let's just use like a water team. Actually, I'll show you guys on B8 because you're not going to use Dark Seastar on B10. When you're going towards B10, you're going to have a lot better options, to be honest. So you're not really going to need to do it as much. And B8, you're going to be able to, because B8 is so squishy, you're going to be able to use the crit rate lead right here. We're going to use this. We're going to use this. Actually, we don't even need that, honestly. I'm just going to go ahead and go with that, probably. Yeah, let's just go ahead with this. And that. Alright, let's just go ahead and show you guys a little bit of an auto for this. Looking pretty juicy. So as you guys can see, they're level 65. Everything's level 60 here. Look at that. Just kind of like kills everything. Obviously, a lot of that's the water monsters. But Seastar, again, still really good because she's able to, like, you see that? She does a lot of damage still. I think she did, like, what, like 40,000 out of that 215k? And she doesn't even have element advantage. So that's really, really nice. And on top of that, the Seastar is really, really nice because of her crit rate lead. As you can see, like the Loki, it makes my Loki have 100% crit. So the main reason why people, at least the main reason that I use her, and I'm not speaking for everyone here, but the main reason that most people use her, I would assume, is for her leader skill, because obviously 100% crit rate is super hard to get on ruin sets. Like I don't think any of my monsters on ruin sets have 100% crit rate. So it's really, really nice to have that little boost in crit rate, since obviously it gets you closer to that 100. And as you guys can see, it's just like we just bursted the Titan already, or the Golem already. So that's really nice. Look at that. Yeah, a 1 minute run. Not bad, not bad. That's actually really fast. Holy crap, that's really fast. I don't even farm B8 right now, but yeah. All right, the last thing I'm going to show off in is PvP. Actually, PvP is going to be the last thing that, or not the last thing that she's good for necessarily. I guess you can use her in Tower Chaos and stuff. But for PvP, you can use her in defense as a defense aggressor, because obviously you want tankier units in PvP, and also you need to balance it out with damage. But if you balance it out with balancing out with damage can be very hard, especially for earlier players, since like you don't really have all the monsters to like do like bruisers and stuff like that. So Dark Seastar is just a nice way to have a bruiser on the team, not necessarily with debuff, since her skills are the things that make her do damage, but it's a little bit it's still really nice to have, so you can use her on your defense squad, even like 2 or even 3 of them, honestly. And then on offense, she can be really good. I'll show you guys a really quick thing on her for her on offense. We'll go ahead and use just a crit rate leader skill, and we'll go ahead and just like we'll just run a bunch of crit monsters, honestly, just to show her off. We'll go ahead and go 1, 2, and 3. We're just gonna run a bunch of crit rate monsters, just to show that like the crit rate lead can be really strong, and she's still strong as a monster herself with the damage that she can deal. So we're gonna start off. We're just gonna hit off this Odin with the vampire. Ba ba bum. Now hit that with that. Good stuff. Oh my god, there's a fly in my face. Ah! All right, now we can just hit that with that. And look at this. Watch this damage. This is against a tank too. Yep, that's some pretty solid damage for non-elemental advantage, and also nothing at elemental advantage against her, which is a really, really big thing in PvP. Since elemental advantage, as you guys know, if you guys watch most of my PvP videos, elemental advantage is like the biggest thing I think about in PvP. So the fact that nothing has elemental advantage against the Dark Seastar except for light monsters, which honestly there aren't very many attacking light monsters. So the fact that there's no like what's it called? The fact that there's not really very many attacking light monsters, and when I say that, like, I mean light monsters don't really do damage, and that's mainly because of number one, their crit rate thing. Yeah, number one, their crit rate thing is their crit damage. Sorry, is only 50%, so that's a really big turnoff. And number two, because of what's it called? Oh shoot. Number two, just because there aren't that many light attackers, to be honest, besides like Nat 5s, which like light dark Nat 5s aren't really going to be like that much of a problem regardless, so, you know. But yeah, so she's really good in PvP for those reasons, because she's able to be bruiser, and that's for mid-game, where like people are struggling to have like the variety of monsters that they really need to like break into the higher tiers. And also because of her typing, where she doesn't really get elemental advantage against, in a way that's very significant, because she's not going to get bursted down, and you can have like a healer as well in your defense and stuff like that. So yeah, honestly, I think that just about does it for Dark Seastar. She's just a really solid monster overall. I really like her for her crit rate lead, and mainly just she's really good for newer players to break into the middle of the game, the game's content, such as like golems be like 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, I mean 7, 8, 9 mostly probably. A little bit of story mode farming and helping your ruin sets to not need as much crit rate, which is really, really significant in my opinion. Anyways, that's been all for today, guys, and I'm going to be doing a lot more spotlights since my Witch to Evo 3 series is almost over. I'll be doing some more spotlights now. So just comment below if you want to see a certain monster, and I will go ahead and make those videos. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.